Powered by the Montana Television Network. This is Montana This Morning from Montana's news leader.
Well, good morning. Thanks for kicking off your Wednesday with us here. I'm Justine Stewart.
And I'm Louis Storch. Hopefully having a good start to your Wednesday. And man, Justine, we're going to go from one extreme quickly, like a turnaround
Montana way.
Montana way.
That's what it kind of does here.
Don't do anything halfway in Montana
No.
here, do you?
No
transition period. We went from 90 yesterday. We're going to drop temperatures around 40, even 50 degrees.
Such welcome news.
Yes, from where we were yesterday. But we still today, we're going to have to deal with a red flag warning out there. And that's just because we're going to see a cold front move through. The start of the changes that roll in by tonight and tomorrow. That's going to start as early as this afternoon. And that's as this cold front moves through. So behind the front, we're going to see those winds gusting upwards around 25, 30 miles per hour. So we'll have to keep our eye on that. And again, this red flag warning is in place from 3 p.m. till 8 p.m. Winter storm watch Thursday evening through Friday morning for the area shaded in blue. That's above 6,000 feet there, where you can see anywhere from 1 to 3 inches of snow. And then just this morning, a winter weather advisory from 6 p.m. Thursday to 12 p.m. on Saturday. Winter weather advisory 4 to 10 inches possible at the higher elevations.
Increased activity on the Highway 200 complex fires means more residents have to leave their homes. These evacuations affect residents in the area of the Sheep Gap Fire in Sanders County, the largest fire in the Highway 200 complex. Swamp Creek Road from Four Corners to the Forest Service boundary currently evacuated, while Blackjack Road from Four Corners to House Address 132 and Mountain Road also evacuated. These roads are now closed past the Four Corners Junction. There's no word yet on how many homes are being evacuated, but we will continue to follow this developing situation online and on air. More good news for Seeley Lake residents living near the Rice Ridge Fire. The Missoula County Sheriff's Office downgrades Zone 5 in Seeley Lake from an evacuation order to evacuation warning. This last zone is the area north of the airport and is adjacent to Seeley Lake, but technically in Powell County and affects about 6 homes. All of Seeley Lake is still under an evacuation warning, while evacuation orders and warnings remain in effect in Powell County. At last check, the Rice Ridge Fire burned nearly 140,000 acres. Also, evacuation warnings were lifted for residents living along Highway 12 between Bear Creek and Graves Creek near the Lolo Peak Fire. It affects about 13 homes and is the last of the evacuation warnings on Highway 12. Elk Meadows Road and Lolo Peak roads are still closed. The Meijer Fire burning in both Granite and Valley County now standing at nearly 62,000 acres. There are residents still at risk, including those in Moose Lake, Frog Pond, Billy Springer Memorial Park, and Bonanza Lands areas. Mandatory evacuations do remain in place for the Moose Lake and Frog Pond areas, while an evacuation warning from Teepee Creek to Little East Fork in the Valley County is also still in place. The Carp Creek drainage at the eastern part of the fire remains a high priority, with fire officials saying helicopters will continue to monitor that area and make water drops as needed to keep spot fires in check and hold the fire south of the creek. As fires continue to ravage Montana, a number of Made in Montana businesses are coming together to help raise much needed money to help firefighters and their efforts. Among them, Live Life Clothing in Helena. They've created 2 fire relief themed shirts and are donating half of their sales to the Stockman's Bank Fund, which is going to match up to $10,000 in donations. Owner Sadie Floating says they are starting to sell the shirts, and they've already had a great response so far from customers in state and across the U.S.
It's been great. We're really new. We've only been in business a little bit over a year, so we're not as big as some of the other companies, and so it's great to see the reaction. Not only Montana, but we have customers from all around the United States who have been purchasing shirts. We've had wholesale stores contact us wanting the fire relief shirts to be a part of it. So the reaction has been amazing.
It's been amazing to see our members stepping up, donating time, money, resources, creating products, really helping out in any way they can. It goes to show the authenticity not only of the products and the businesses, but of the character of our members as well. So we're really proud to see that.
And KPAX has partnered with the Montana Community Foundation to create the Montana Wildfire Relief Fund. This is your chance to help your fellow Montanans who are victims of these disastrous fires. To donate, just go to the kpax.com/wildfirefund site. You could make your contribution online or get information on how to mail it in, We are proud to announce that just since we launched this fundraiser on Monday, over $36,000 has been donated. That includes a $25,000 donation from the Montana Shirt Company in the Flathead Valley. Well, the Meijer Glacier Hotel, one of the most historic structures in Glacier National Park, was nearly closed down in 2004 before a group of architects and park enthusiasts began a renovation plan that ended up lasting 13 years. MTN's Jack Ginsburg shows us how it's been updated while still holding on to its rich history.
So that's what places like this provide for us. It's a place that anchors our culture in some really wonderful stories.
In 2004, there was talk of the Meijer Glacier Hotel being shut down due to a number of issues ranging from fire danger to structural damage. However, those with a strong passion for the hotel refused to stand idly by and watch a historic monument like this taken from the visitors of Glacier National Park.
When we planted that flag and said, absolutely not, is when traction was given to this project.
For the next 13 years, the Anderson-Hallis Architecture Company worked tirelessly to renovate the hotel while still holding on to the history of the 1920s building. One of those major projects was restoring the lighting in the lobby and the main dining room.
When the lights go out in nature, they come on here in the space, and it has a sparkle and a magic that not many spaces have. Certainly very few spaces that are built today have.
Back when the hotel was originally built, the Great Northern Railroad Company was seen as a gateway to Asia. These new light fixtures here behind me model the exact same paper lanterns that were originally put in this lobby.
The biggest and possibly the most time-consuming project was the recreation of the helical staircase that was taken out in the 1950s in order to make room for a gift shop. Anderson says that they had some help from the past, allowing them to recreate the staircase almost identical to what it was before.
It presented some interesting challenges because the original was not built to code. We have to design to code today. But the benefit was that we had the original drawings. So we worked with those original drawings to create essentially almost exactly what was here historically.
Anderson says they are not fully done with the renovations, but time and patience are what allows them to hold on to the history. The most important thing is that the building is secured and will continue to be a historic icon in Glacier National Park for years to come.
Due to the support and help and passion of so many of you here today, that will continue, hopefully into the next 100 years and beyond.
In Glacier National Park, Jack Ginsburg, MTN News.
And 7 rooms were fully renovated back to resemble how they originally stood in the 1920s. All right, let's head on over to Lewis now this morning. He's got your weather on the 8s.
All right, thank you, Justine. Good morning, everyone. The smoke returned yesterday, not nearly as bad as what we had seen last week, but still unhealthy levels around western Montana. So we had another smoky but very beautiful sunrise up there at Polson Bay sent in to us by Terry last night. So Terry, thank you so much for this fantastic picture here. I'm going to say, though, guys, after the systems we have rolling in tomorrow and then another potentially stronger and even wetter system next week, I think these smoky sunsets, their time is limited, which is good. I've loved seeing them, some beautiful shots, but we'll be so glad to get that smoke out of here. Here's a look at temperatures this morning. 62 Polson, 44 Kalispell, 54 Missoula, 70 in Hamilton, 56 in Phillipsburg, 45 St. Regis, 46 this morning, waking up there in Thompson Falls. All right, let's go ahead and time out the weather pattern we have coming up tomorrow and that weather pattern that looks like it's going to roll in by next week. Here's the jet stream. It's starting to shift further and further south behind that cold front. So hot air for tomorrow is going to slide south. This system's going to roll in, and that's going to last until Friday. Again, we'll time it out again later on this morning. But just to give you an update in case you missed it earlier, we are expecting most of that rain to move in Thursday afternoon and then stick with us Thursday night, Friday morning, and then into Friday afternoon, start to clear out by Friday evening. So a good, solid, looks like at least 24 hours of some nice rain. Now watch as we roll into Sunday, a little bit of a ridge, not much, but a little bit of a ridge. We're going to dry it out, temperatures in the upper 60s, lower 70s, should be beautiful on Sunday, and then look where we go by the middle of next week. Potentially a stronger system bringing in even colder temperatures, more widespread snow and more widespread rain by the beginning of next week. So this system is another one we are going to be watching very closely. So some very beneficial rain is in our very near future, starting tomorrow and then lasting into next week. Here's your 7-day forecast for Hamilton. 78 today, 60 Thursday, 53 Friday, 59 on Saturday. Clearing it out on Sunday, then more rain starts Monday and Tuesday. And then Missoula, 79 today, will be in the 50s and 60s Thursday and Friday. 63 on Saturday, 70 on Sunday, and then there's those rain chances again by next week. And then Kalispell, we'll see 59 Thursday, 56 on Friday, 60s through the weekend, and those 60s will last into Monday and Tuesday.
Check it out. Nice looking forecast,
Isn't that
Lewis?
so nice, Justine? And like I was saying, it's the first time since I've been here
Yes.
where I'm so excited to give the weather forecast.
Yeah, because it's been pretty crummy since you got
For
here.
once, I don't have bad news to bring, so it's exciting.
All right, well, thanks for that. And stick around. We're back with more, but first, here's some birthdays for you this morning.